Welcome back to our English Learning Podcast. We are really happy that you are here with us again today.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us and spending your time practicing English with us.
I'm Anna, and I always try to explain things in a simple and clear way for you.
And I'm Jake. I like asking questions, and sometimes I share funny stories from my daily life.
Today, we are going to talk about something very real and very common for many learners.
Yes. Today's topic is about feeling shy when speaking English and how to start speaking easily.
We will use 15 simple and useful sentences that you can use today in real life.
These sentences are easy, natural, and perfect for beginners who want to start speaking.
If you find this lesson helpful, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel.
It really helps us create more content and support your English learning journey.
So, Jake, let me ask you something interesting before we start the lesson.
Sure. Go ahead. I am ready for your question today.
Do you ever feel shy when you speak a new language with other people?
Oh, yes. I feel shy quite often when I try to speak another language.
That is very honest. And I think many learners feel exactly the same.
Sometimes I know the words in my head, but I cannot say them out loud.
Yes. That feeling is very common when people are nervous or unsure.
My heart starts beating fast and my brain suddenly becomes empty.
Taha. That sounds very familiar to many language learners.
One time I wanted to speak English with a tourist in my city.
Oh, really? That sounds like a great chance to practice speaking.
Yes, it was a perfect opportunity, but I felt very nervous at that moment.
What did you do when you saw the tourist standing near you?
I stood there for a few seconds, and I was thinking too much.
Overthinking can make things more difficult than they really are.
Yes, I kept thinking about grammar and correct sentences.
And that made it harder for you to speak naturally.
Exactly. In the end, I only said hello and smiled awkwardly.
Haha. But that is still a good start for a conversation.
Yes, at least I tried. Even if it was just one simple word.
That is a very important idea for learners to remember.
What idea do you mean exactly? Anna.
Starting is always more important than being perfect when learning a language.
Yes, I completely agree with that idea.
Today, we want to help our listeners start speaking with confidence.
And we will do that with simple and useful sentences.
You do not need long or complicated sentences to communicate.
You only need small and clear sentences to begin.
Let's begin with the first sentence from our list today.
I am excited. Let's start learning together right now.
The first sentence is, "Hi. Can I ask you something?" and it sounds very polite.
Yes. This sentence is friendly and easy to use in many situations.
You can use it when you want to start talking to someone new.
It is also useful when you need help or want to ask a question.
People usually respond positively when you ask politely like this.
It makes the conversation feel comfortable and respectful.
After that, you can say, "Sorry, I'm a bit shy, but I want to practice."
I really like this sentence because it sounds very honest and natural.
Yes. Honesty makes communication easier and more real.
People will understand you, and they will often be kind to you.
That is true. Most people want to help language learners.
This sentence also shows that you are trying to improve.
The next sentence is, "Do you have a minute?"
This sentence is very useful when you want to be polite.
Yes. You are asking if the person has time to talk with you.
It shows respect for the other person's time and situation.
That is very important in real conversations.
People feel more comfortable when you speak politely like this.
Next, you can say, I'm learning English. Can we speak slowly?
This is a very helpful sentence for beginners.
Yes. It tells the other person about your level clearly.
And it asks them to speak in a way that is easier for you.
This makes the conversation less stressful and more comfortable.
I really wish I used this sentence when I started learning.
The next sentence is, I'm not sure how to say this, but...
This sentence gives you time to think about your words.
Yes. It also makes your speech sound more natural.
Native speakers use this sentence all the time in conversations.
It helps you continue speaking even when you feel unsure.
And that is very important for building confidence. I remember a funny moment with this sentence, actually.
Oh, really? Tell me what happened.
I said, I'm not sure how to say this. And then I forgot everything.
Ha ha. That is actually very funny and very real.
I just stood there and smiled like I was thinking deeply.
What did the other person do at that moment?
They smiled and waited. But I still could not remember anything.
So, what did you say after that?
I said, sorry. I forgot. And we both laughed together.
That is a great example of real communication. Now, let's continue with the next useful sentence.
Yes. I am ready to learn more helpful sentences.
You can say, could you say that again? Please.
This sentence is very polite and very common.
You can use it when you do not understand something.
Or when someone speaks too quickly for you to follow.
It helps you understand better without feeling embarrassed.
And it keeps the conversation going smoothly.
Another useful sentence is, can you speak a little slower?
This is very important when people speak too fast.
Native speakers often speak quickly without thinking.
Yes. Sometimes it sounds like one long sentence without pauses.
So asking them to slow down can really help you understand.
It makes the conversation easier for both people.
Now let's continue with more useful sentences that can help you feel more confident.
Yes. I feel like these sentences are already making things easier in my mind.
That's great to hear. Because simple tools can make a big difference.
Sometimes learning feels hard. But simple sentences can change everything.
Exactly. Now let's look at the next sentence together. The next sentence is, let me try again.
Oh? I really like this one because I make mistakes all the time.
And that is completely okay when you are learning a language.
Yes. Sometimes I say something wrong and then I want to fix it.
This sentence gives you a chance to correct yourself naturally.
It also shows that you are trying and learning at the same time.
That is a very positive attitude when speaking English.
I think mistakes are actually a good part of learning.
Yes. Mistakes help you remember better next time.
I remember one time I said something very wrong in English.
Oh, really? What happened in that situation?
I wanted to say I am full after eating. But I said I am fool.
Huh? That changes the meaning completely.
Yes. Everyone looked at me and started laughing.
That must have been a little embarrassing for you.
Yes. But I learned the difference very quickly after that.
That is a great example of learning through mistakes.
Now, I never forget the word full.
See, mistakes can actually help you improve faster. Let's move to the next sentence now.
Yes. I am ready for the next one.
The next sentence is, what does that mean?
This is a very important sentence for learners.
Yes, because you cannot understand everything immediately.
And asking questions is a good way to learn new words.
Exactly. You learn while you are talking with someone.
That feels more natural than studying alone sometimes.
Yes. Real conversations are very powerful for learning.
I remember I heard someone say break a leg one time.
That is an interesting expression,
Yes, I thought it meant something bad.
but actually it means good luck in English.
That was very surprising for me.
So, what did you do when you heard that phrase?
I asked, "What does that mean?"
And then you learned something new.
Yes. Now I remember it forever.
Let's continue with another useful sentence.
Yes. I am enjoying this lesson very much.
The next sentence is so, you mean, right?
This sentence helps you check your understanding.
Yes. You repeat the idea to make sure you understand correctly.
For example, so, you mean we meet at 6? Right?
Exactly. That makes communication clear and easy.
It also shows that you are listening carefully.
And that is very important in conversations. Now let's look at the next sentence.
I think this one will be interesting.
The sentence is, that's a good question.
Oh, this is a very useful sentence.
Yes. Especially when someone asks you something difficult.
It gives you time to think about your answer.
And it sounds very natural in conversation.
I use this sentence when I need a few seconds.
That is a smart strategy when speaking.
Sometimes people ask me something, and I feel nervous.
Yes. That can happen in many situations.
But if I say, "That's a good question," I feel more relaxed.
That is because you give yourself time to think.
Yes. And then I can answer more clearly.
That is a great technique for learners. The next sentence is, I think so or I don't think so.
These are very simple but very useful answers.
Yes. You can use them in many daily situations.
For example, someone asks, "Is it going to rain today?"
And you can say, I think so. Or I don't think so.
That sounds very natural and easy.
You do not need a long explanation.
Simple answers are often the best answers.
The next sentence is, I'm not sure, but I can try.
I really like this sentence because it shows effort.
Yes. You are honest but still willing to try.
That is a very positive attitude.
And people will respect your effort.
It also helps you practice more.
Exactly. Trying is better than staying silent.
I remember when my friend asked me a difficult question.
What did you say to your friend?
I said, "I'm not sure, but I can try."
And then what happened next?
I tried to explain, and even if it was not perfect, it worked.
That is a great example of communication.
Yes. We understood each other in the end.
Now, let's talk about the last two sentences.
I think these are important for ending a conversation.
Yes. Finishing a conversation politely is very important. The next sentence is, thanks for your time. I appreciate it.
This sentence sounds very polite and respectful.
Yes. It shows gratitude to the other person.
Gratitude means feeling thankful.
That's right. It is a very important feeling in communication,
People feel good when you thank them.
and it leaves a positive impression.
I always feel happy when someone thanks me sincerely.
Yes. It makes the conversation feel complete.
And it makes me want to help again in the future.
That is a very good point. The final sentence is, it was nice talking to you. See you later.
This is a perfect way to end a conversation.
Yes. It sounds friendly and natural.
It also leaves a good feeling after the conversation.
Exactly. It shows that you enjoyed talking.
And it is easy to remember and use.
Let's imagine a full real-life situation using these sentences.
Yes. That will help listeners understand better.
You see someone and you want to practice English.
You feel shy. but you want to try.
First, you say, "Hi, can I ask you something?"
Then you say, "Sorry, I'm a bit shy, but I want to practice."
Then you ask, "Do you have a minute?"
Then you explain, "I'm learning English. Can we speak slowly?"
That already sounds like a real conversation.
Yes. Step by step. Very simple and clear.
Now let's continue building a longer conversation using these sentences in a natural way.
Yes. I think real examples really help learners understand better.
Imagine you are talking to someone for the first time in English.
You feel a little nervous, but you still want to try.
That is a very important moment for learning.
So first, you take a deep breath and you start.
Yes. You can say, "Hi, can I ask you something?"
The other person will probably say, "Sure, go ahead."
Then you can continue with honesty.
You say, "Sorry, I'm a bit shy, but I want to practice."
That makes the conversation feel more human and real.
People understand feelings like that very easily.
Yes, because everyone feels shy sometimes.
Then you ask, "Do you have a minute?"
This shows that you respect their time.
And if they say yes, you can continue speaking.
Then you say, "I'm learning English. Can we speak slowly?"
This sentence really helps set the pace of the conversation,
Yes. It makes things easier from the beginning.
and it helps you feel more relaxed.
Now the conversation is starting. But maybe you feel unsure.
Yes, sometimes you do not know how to say your idea.
So you can say, "I'm not sure how to say this." But
That gives you time and space to think.
it also sounds very natural in spoken English.
Even native speakers use this sentence often. Then you try to explain your idea slowly.
And maybe you make a small mistake.
That is okay. Because you can say, "Let me try again."
Yes. This sentence is very helpful for correction.
It shows that you care about what you are saying.
And it helps the other person understand you better. Sometimes the other person speaks too fast.
Yes. And then you cannot understand everything.
So you can say, "Could you say that again? Please."
Or you can say, "Can you speak a little slower?"
Both sentences are polite and very useful.
They make the conversation easier for you. I remember one time I spoke with a very fast speaker.
Oh no. That must have been difficult.
Yes. I understood maybe 10% of what they said.
That sounds very stressful.
But then I said, "Can you speak a little slower?"
And did they slow down?
Yes. Immediately. And everything became much clearer.
That is a great example of using simple English effectively. Now let's continue the conversation.
Yes. I am following the situation clearly.
Maybe the other person says something new.
And you do not understand one word.
Then you can say, "What does that mean?"
That helps you learn new vocabulary in real time.
Yes. Learning in context is very powerful.
It is better than memorizing words alone.
Then you want to check your understanding.
So you say, "So, you mean," right.
This helps you confirm the information.
It also shows that you are listening carefully.
And that is very important in communication.
Sometimes the other person asks you a question,
Yes. And you may feel a little nervous again.
but you can say, "That's a good question."
This gives you time to think about your answer.
It also sounds very natural and polite.
Then you can answer simply.
For example, you can say, "I think so."
Or you can say, "I don't think so."
These answers are short but very useful.
You do not need long explanations all the time.
And if you really do not know the answer,
Then you can say, I'm not sure, but I can try.
that shows effort and honesty.
And people usually appreciate that.
Yes, trying is always better than staying silent.
Now the conversation is coming to an end.
Yes, it is time to finish politely.
You can say, Thanks for your time. I appreciate it.
This shows gratitude and respect.
And then you can say, It was nice talking to you. See you later.
That is a perfect and friendly ending.
So, you see, this is a full conversation using simple English.
Yes, step by step. It becomes very natural.
You start, continue, and finish the conversation.
And you only use simple and clear sentences. I think many learners feel afraid before they start.
Yes. Fear is a common feeling in language learning.
But when you have simple sentences, it becomes easier.
Exactly. You have tools to help you speak.
It is like having a small map when you travel.
That is a very nice example.
You may not know everything, but you know where to start.
And that is enough for the first step. Let me explain one small word here.
Yes, I am listening.
The word practice means doing something again and again to improve.
Oh, that is very useful.
So when you say, I want to practice, you mean you want to get better?
That is a very important idea for learners. I think practice is sometimes more important than studying.
Yes, because speaking is a skill.
And skills need action, not just reading or listening.
Exactly. You need to use the language actively.
I also want to say something to our listeners.
Yes. Please share your thought.
Do not wait until your English is perfect,
That is very important advice.
because perfect English may take a long time.
And real learning happens when you use English now.
Even if your sentences are simple,
Even if you make mistakes sometimes,
even if you feel shy at the beginning.
all of that is part of the learning journey.
I remember when I first started speaking English.
What was it like for you?
I was very shy, and I spoke very slowly.
That is a very common experience.
But I kept trying again and again.
And now you speak much more confidently.
Yes, but it took time and practice.
Now let's continue and slowly bring everything together in a clear and simple way.
Yes. I think this is a good moment to connect all the ideas we talked about.
We started with feeling shy and afraid of speaking English.
And we showed that this feeling is very normal for many learners.
Then we introduced simple sentences to help you start speaking.
Yes, step by step, with small and easy expressions.
Let's imagine one more real-life situation together.
I like this part because it feels like real life.
You are sitting in a cafe and you hear someone speaking English.
You want to practice, but you feel nervous inside.
Your hands feel a little cold and your heart beats faster.
Yes, that feeling is very real for many people.
But this time, you decide to try.
Yes, you take a deep breath and stand up slowly.
Then you walk to the person and smile politely.
You say, "Hi, can I ask you something?"
The person looks at you and smiles back.
Then you say, "Sorry, I'm a bit shy, but I want to practice."
That moment is very important and very brave.
The person says, "Of course, no problem."
Then you ask, Do you have a minute?
They say, "Yes." And now the conversation begins.
You say, I'm learning English. Can we speak slowly?
And now you feel a little more relaxed.
Yes, because you are being honest and clear.
Then you want to say something, but you feel unsure.
So you say, I'm not sure how to say this. But
You take a moment and try to speak.
maybe your sentence is not perfect.
That is okay, because you can say, let me try again.
And you try one more time, slowly and clearly. The other person speaks, but maybe a little too fast.
So you say, could you say that again? Please.
Or you say, can you speak a little slower?
Now the conversation becomes easier to follow.
You start to understand more and feel more confident.
Then you hear a new word you do not know.
So you ask, what does that mean?
The person explains the word in a simple way.
And now you learn something new in real life.
Then you want to check if you understand correctly.
So you say, so, you mean, right?
The person says yes, and you feel happy.
Because you understood something in English,
Then the person asks you a question,
you feel a little nervous again.
but you say, that's a good question.
That gives you time to think calmly.
Then you answer, I think so, or I don't think so.
Simple answers can be very powerful.
If you are not sure, you can say, I'm not sure, but I can try.
That shows effort and courage.
And the conversation continues naturally.
After a few minutes, the conversation comes to an end.
You feel proud because you tried.
You say, thanks for your time. I appreciate it.
And then you smile and say, it was nice talking to you. See you later.
That is a complete and successful conversation.
And it all started with simple sentences.
This is the power of small steps in language learning.
Yes. Small steps can lead to big progress over time.
You do not need to speak perfectly from the beginning.
You only need to start speaking little by little.
Let's take a moment to review what we learned today.
Yes. A recap will help everyone remember better.
Today, we talked about feeling shy when speaking English.
We explained that this feeling is normal and very common.
Then we introduced 15 simple sentences.
These sentences help you start, continue, and finish a conversation.
We also shared real-life examples.
And a few funny stories too.
The most important idea is this.
Simple English is good English.
You do not need difficult words.
You need useful and clear sentences.
And the courage to use them.
I want to say something to our listeners today.
Yes. Please go ahead.
Do not be afraid of making mistakes.
Mistakes are part of learning.
Every mistake helps you improve.
And every small conversation makes you stronger.
Even one sentence is a good start.
Even one word is better than silence.
So please try today. Even just a little.
That small action can change your learning journey. Now we have a question for you.
Yes. We would love to hear from you.
Which sentence do you want to use today?
Maybe you want to say, Hi, can I ask you something?
Or maybe, I'm learning English. Can we speak slowly?
Or even, I'm not sure, but I can try.
Write your answer in the comments below.
You can also write a short conversation using these sentences.
That is a great way to practice.
And we may read your comment in the next episode.
Remember, learning English takes time and patience.
Practice a little every day. Not only one time,
Do not wait for perfect English.
use the English you have right now.
Keep speaking. Keep learning. And keep trying.
You are doing great, even if it feels slow.
Step by step. You will improve.
And one day, you will feel much more confident.
Thank you for learning with us today.
We really appreciate your time and effort.
Keep practicing. Keep learning.
And we'll see you in the next episode.
See you next time. everyone.